Welcome home, Angel, and welcome to TalksWitTy, the podcast. It's your girl, Ty, and I thank you so much for checking us out. Listen, join us weekly as we discuss all things life. You heard it right, and I mean life, adult life, that is. We're going into season 3, 2024, and we're excited about everything that we have coming to you this season. Join us as we are live interacting with family, friends, guys, girls, talking about everything life brings. Make sure that you're following us on our social media outlets on TikTok at TalksWitTy the podcast, Facebook at TalksWitTy, and Instagram at TalksWitTy_. I look forward to seeing you. Come on in the room and let's talk about it. It's your girl, Ty. I'll catch you in the next episode.
If you can't be used, you're useless. And I don't mind you using me, just don't abuse me. Greedy people always get, but they never have.
I'm going to let that play one more time.
If you can't be used, you're useless. And I don't mind you using me, just don't abuse me. Greedy people always get, but they never have.
Did y'all hear what that man said? I don't mind you using me. Because if you can't use me, then I'm useless. I'm going to play that one more time. I don't want that to go over nobody's head.
If you can't be used, you're useless. And I don't mind you using me, just don't abuse me. Greedy people always get, but they never have.
I don't mind you using me. Just don't abuse me. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to TalksWitTy the podcast. It's your girl, Ty. And as always, I am so happy that you came back. Come on in the room. You know what it is. It's TalksWitTy Tuesdays. Today is August the 6th, 2024. We are 6 days into the 8th month of the year. What are you doing? Have you reached any of your goals yet? All right. Think about that. That's something I want y'all to think about. So before we get the show started, because I know I have a lot to talk about tonight, not a long show, but a little bit. We got a little something to discuss. Let's get into Ty's Jewel of the Day. Why don't we? How about that? Ty's Jewel of the Day for today. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do everything up here by myself, production, all that. I'm going to get back into the swing of things. It's slowly but surely. Y'all come on in the room, put some ones in the chat. Let me know who's in here tonight. All right. Let me know who's rocking with me, because we definitely got something, okay, to talk about tonight in the room. But without further ado, let's get into Ty's Jewel of the Day. All right. I post these every day. Ty's Jewel of the Day for today. No matter where you stand, whether on a mountaintop or a valley, stop, regroup, and take this moment to encourage your well being. Don't settle for your setbacks, but believe in your blessings. Have faith. You have everything you need to keep moving and climbing further. It does not matter if you crawl, walk, jump, leap, or sprint. Just keep moving forward. You deserve to win. No matter what, keep growing through. Love, Ty. All right. I say that to you as I say that thing to myself. Y'all, today has been a day for me. All right. I had a midday moment and all that. We're going to get into it. But before we do, all right, y'all already know what time it is. Let's get this show started. Cue the intro. Let me see your hands. Waving at them bitches hating on you with their plans. Girl, you got it. Nails done, hair done, everything did. So, okay. Today I had a moment. I had a moment, y'all. Like your girl. Woo! And I don't regret having that moment. You know, I was Takia was apprehensive about sharing it. But I think that it's necessary for my progress to share what I'm really going through in my life right now, because I'm really going through it, but I'm also growing. So I'm really growing through. And I say that all the time. That's like my slogan, no matter what, keep growing through, because you have to grow. The moment you stop growing, that means you're dead. Like the moment that you stop growing, that means you're not living. There's no life in you, and then you die. Right. And with all I've been through, thinking about some of my darkest days, like I'm really not ready to die. I think I got a little bit more life in me. So I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy and I'm blessed. And I pray that you are feeling the same. So I had a midday moment today. If you didn't see it, go back, check it out. I didn't erase it, and I'm not going to. All right. And it didn't really get the situation didn't really progress in a positive way afterwards. However, nothing happens to me, it happens for me. So the way that I look at things, even in my hardest times, nothing happens to me, it happens for me. I learned a lot about myself today. I learned a lot about my growth today. And today was another day that God showed me just how real He is, because I didn't say nothing. I did what the Spirit told me to do. So we moving right along. Today's topic, which brings me to today's topic. Okay. Yes, growing pains. You ain't lying. How many of y'all know it hurts to grow? Like, you ever had I think about like when I was young, or even with my sons, right? When their knees and stuff hurt, like those are like for real, they we call them growing pains, because your body is extending. Like it hurts to grow. To be the same doesn't cause you take no loss. Like you're the same. You're not changing. You haven't morphed. You haven't progressed. You're just the same. But when you grow, sometimes, most of the time, growth is painful. I wonder if plants hurt when they grow, you know, because they're living things. You know what I'm saying? I wonder how trees feel when they grow. When you think about growth, it has to be painful. Like, I know when humans grow, it's painful. When we grow in new teeth, it hurts, right? When we grow, when our nervous system tells us there's something wrong, we hurt ourselves, we grow in new skin. That could cause some discomfort, right? Growing pain. So yeah, that's good right there, Tiff. I totally agree with that. But today we're going to talk about growing pains, but something a little different. Tested and true. And when I mean that, I'm gonna give y'all know I like to speak in stories and metaphors, because I feel like people get things that way, or at least that's how my mind works, right? So we're gonna talk about being tested, being true to your test. Like, did you pass the test, right? And I'm gonna speak from a spiritual standpoint tonight, because I'm growing spiritually right now in my life. Like I'm really growing. So I've these past couple months, I feel like I've been tested a lot, and tests are hard. for me. I don't like taking tests. I get test anxiety. Like I have a test tomorrow, right? I take my state board practical. Y'all say a little prayer, one up for your girl. But like, yeah, I don't like tests. I don't like being tested. Okay. And so when you choose peace and when you choose to, walk this thing on out the right way, you are going to be tested. Okay. All right. So I wanted to share a story, a little something by one of my homeboys, right? And we're gonna use nicknames for the purpose of this story. But I got a homeboy, we're gonna call him AB, right? The cat I know, he an older dude, right? And so AB got married, right? He's a spiritual. I would say he's a spiritual guy, a believer. You know what I'm saying? He's someone that I look up to. You feel me? Like his story, it means a lot to me because he's somebody that, has kind of was tested and stood true, right? Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate it. I stand in agreement with you, man. For real. For real. But AB, right? He he an older cat. He got married when he was younger or whatever. And like for about most of his life he was trying to have a child. Like him and his wife, that's all they wanted, right? They were men and women of God, I would say. And, they did all the things right, crossed the T's, dotted the I's, but for some reason they couldn't bear children. And so they thought that like God was punishing them, right? AB thought that, like, dang, I can't have kids. But he never stopped believing. You feel me? Like he went his whole life and just was like, okay, well, maybe it's not in the card. So he got older and older. You know what I'm saying? 60s, 70s, 80s. And in his 80s, his wife finds out that she's pregnant. When you talking 80 years old, 80 years old. That is old. Okay? That's old. And so all this time, you think, right? He went all these years living his life, never stopped believing, but at some point he just figured it wasn't for him. Children weren't for him. And he he waited, God waited until they were in their 80s to kind of we till they were older. 670, late 70s, 80s to bless him with a child. And so one day he chilling with his kid or whatever. And, you know, the spirit told him, like, you got to sacrifice your child. Right. So he didn't question God. Like, he was mad or whatever. And he didn't really understand why he had to do that. Right. But that's what the spirit told him to do. Like, you got to sacrifice your child. I need you to sacrifice your child. And if you know this story, then you know this story, right? You probably know who I'm talking about. And if you don't, well, here's a dope way to hear it. So God tell him, you got to sacrifice your child. So he don't go against what God say. Like I said, he's a man of God. So the spirit told him that and he believed it. So he took his kid, the only kid that he had. His wife took it real hard. She didn't understand why. He took his kid and on the way to actually like kill his kid, an angel shows up and was like, nah, you ain't even got to do that. We just wanted to see if you was about that life though. You know what I'm saying? Like we just wanted to see if you was going to ride. Like, don't ride though. We need you and the kid to keep going and keep doing what you're doing. Anyway, y'all, this is a biblical story. It's about a guy named Abraham and his son Isaac, right? So that's just the beginning of their story. But I think sometimes when I go through trouble, I think about that. And the reason why I think about that is because to think that God would make you wait to bless you with something. Test one. To see if you're still going to love on him, to see if you're still going to believe. When I think about AB, my guy, I think he went his whole life. He did everything that God was telling him to do, and he never folded. And he still wasn't getting the only thing that he asked God for, or so he thought. Until the time was right, And then God blessed him out. Not only did God bless him out, but then God comes back to him and tell him, you got to offer your child. Like, you can't have the baby. You got to sacrifice him. I cannot imagine how hard that was. Like, how do I wait all these years for you to bless me with my baby? Then you tell me I can't have him? But I think about what could have been Abraham's heart's posture, right? Because I talk about the posture of the heart a lot. And where you have to be in order to be willing to do what God says, even when it's something you don't want to do. That happened to me today. Like, I had a circumstance come up, not as serious as what my guy AB went through, but I had a circumstance come up and I wanted to say what I wanted to say. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I felt like I deserved to let my emotions be heard, and I deserved to let my feelings come out in the way that I wanted it to happen. And I even doubled back to say it in a way God told me to say it, and it still like fell on deaf ears. And that's hard, right? That's frustrating when you're doing everything that you're supposed to do. You feeling like you're doing everything. You feel like you passing a test, but you're not. It doesn't feel like you're passing the test. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you're doing the things that's necessary to ace this test, but you're not passing the test. But you still, the responsibility of you to still is to keep the correct heart posture. Like, you can't cuss nobody out. You can't do what you want to do. You can't say what you want to say because you're not the person that you used to be. That's where I'm at. That is where I'm at in this journey. And when I first started this thing, I would tell people like, God is still working on me. So don't get cursed out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still like you, like, man, who? But now, like, I done got a little deeper in this thing, and I'm like, man, I'm trying. Like, I can't even say nothing. Like, I'm just supposed to be quiet. Like, where they do that at? And like, I gotta be quiet. Yeah, this is the hardest thing. And I had this particular situation. I am being talked to and spoken to and dealt with in a way that I just would not allow nobody to do that to me. And I'm having to be still, and I'm having to be quiet, and I'm having to hold my tongue. And I am upset about it. Like, I'm furious. But I understand the God that I serve, and I understand how it really is. And so, but sometimes I ain't gonna lie, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but sometimes I be needing people to get their lick back right then. Like, sometimes I don't want to wait for God to spin the block on you. I want you to get it right now. Like, right now. For real. Like, I don't want to wait. I need you to run. And we need to catch this fade right here. And y'all, that's very difficult not to do that, especially when I'm really one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, not tooting my horn, but I'm really one of them for real. So why would you play with me? Like, what? You know? And this is to somebody that I really don't have to prove nothing to, because like I talked to, this is why your circle is important. When you're trying to do something, anything in your life, it's important to have a circle that is like strong and that's going to push you to be the best version of yourself. I called one of my homegirls today, and she was like, listen to me. You are right where you're supposed to be. She reminded me that quick. Like, I was about to lose it. I called her. I was infuriated. I was hyperventilating. Like, I was mad, crying. Like, I was mad. And she like, do not. Like, do not. You believe, you know what you know. God would not bring you this far. And immediately I'm like, it didn't stop the pain, but she didn't tell a lie. That's why your circle is important. when you go through tests and when you go through hardships and when you go through things that you don't really know which way to go, you feel yourself, you feel your cup running over and you feeling overwhelmed, right? You don't really know what to do. You don't really know where to go. It's the people around you. You know what I'm saying? It's so important that your circle be tight and that you get around some like-minded individuals and that you get around some people that can help you push you through when you need the help and vice versa. Because I think about times where she's called on me and I've done the same. Shout out to you, D. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Mika. I love you. Like having those people are vital to your survival. Because I could have called up her and she could have been like, what you trying to do? I could catch a flight. And I probably would have been with it. Like all the hard work that I've done, I probably would have been like, yeah, let's ride. Like, yeah, I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? Something as simple as somebody telling you, like, oh, he don't do this or da 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 da, you should do this. You know what I'm saying? Like the posture of the heart. They didn't listen to what the person did to me. My friends, my circle, when I called on them, they didn't listen to what the person did to me. What the person did to me didn't matter. It was how I reacted that was important to them. It was what I did or didn't do that was important to them. We don't care what the other individual did. See, they gonna get theirs. You ain't got to explain. That don't matter. I'm making sure you good. Your heart's posture is completely intact and that your mind is right. I love my friends. Like, I will ride about my friends. People always ask me why I feel the way I feel about my best friend. But say, like, I will what? That's why. Because she's one of those people that has saved me from myself. You know when you so messed up and somebody comes and saves you from your own detriment, you know the level of love that takes. So you never have to question how I feel, and I feel like this about all my friends though. I don't have many now. Hold up, so I can count them, and it don't take all my fingers. I'm for real. It does not take all my fingers, but I ride for them so hard because they are so special. They like my angels. Like God gave me these people and they mine. So it's my job to protect them and make sure that they good and they do the same for me. And the older I get, my friendships are different. Everybody can't be my friend. We be cool. I can know you, but like being my friend, like in my business, nah, we can't do that. Most people know about me is what I share up here. And I don't care if you go tell that. I mean, it's not much to know. Ain't nobody gonna tell my story but me. So I'm good with it. And it allows me to be a lot more freeing, especially with a platform like this. This right here, all of this has nothing to do with me. I'm only a vessel. I have shied away from this podcast so many times that it makes no sense. And here I am yet again. And I got people that's watching me every day, the same people. Those my people, that's my tribe. What's up, y'all? Gang. Hey. And I'm cool with that. Before I get up here, I'm not in the mood to do this right now, but I know that I have to. And when I got up here, I said, God, what we talking about? What you want me to say? Cause I ain't had nothing on the book. I ain't had nothing. I'm still in my feelings a little bit, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I'm still trying to process what happened to me 5 hours ago. I am still upset. You know, but you gotta put your flesh to the back burner and do the work. Because that's where the reward comes. See, tested and true. God will never bring you this far and fail you. He ain't bring me this far to fail me. And my friend reminded me of that. My friends, plural, like Ty. Look at what you just did. Don't let nobody play with you. People can't do what you just up, stop, move, whoop, whoop. Yeah, like who do that? Who do that? Like across the country, nobody does that. And to me, it's so minute because I'm still feeling how I'm feeling about this particular thing. But this particular thing is so minute. My friend, like, you going to be all right. Like, You got people that love you, your kids. You gonna be all right, and it's temporary. We know that. You gonna be like we. This what we do. Y'all know how strong women are. Let me tell you something. You get a woman and get her around some other strong women, man. And this is no shade to men, right? Because I love men, especially black men. It's nothing like a black man. God broke the mold when he created a man of color. I ain't lying. It just woo. I love a black man. But it's something about that black woman. Cool. Shout out to all the black women. Don't you let nobody tell you you ain't beautiful. Don't you let nobody tell you you ain't like that. We are the blueprint. I think about my friends and how beautiful they are, how strong they are, the things that they have went through. And not everybody sees them, but I see you. To all my friends, all of them, I love y'all. Mercedes, Dee Dee, Tamika, Ashley, Stephanie, Tracy, Marco. Who else I got? That's what I'm saying. I ain't got a lot, y'all. It's not a lot. Then I got some family members who are like my friend circle. My cousin Sharina, my cousin Tamia. You know, it's a little crook, you know, but they are so strong. Shout out to my family, my aunt Mika, like the women in my life, my grandmother, my great grandmother, my aunts, my cousin Javonda. Like these women, they're so strong. They persevere, they push through, they grow through, and don't miss a beat. And then they pour into little old me. How you can find time in your day to pour into me, man? I love you. I love you because I be needing folks sometimes, and it's okay to need somebody. It's okay. You can't. Some of these tests you can't pass by yourself. You gonna need to dial a lifeline. I've been saying this lately. You can never get tired of doing the right thing. I've been saying that. Being content in every circumstance, finding peace in every situation. So the other day, Monday, when we was that Sunday when we was talking about peace, and everybody wanted to know like how you do it and this, that, and the third. I never really went into depth, but then all hell started breaking loose after. Like, dang, God, you gonna have me talk about peace? Then all hell break loose in my life. And like I gotta figure out how to maintain. Like I gotta figure out how to hold myself accountable and do exactly what I tell y'all to do. That's why I can't talk about nothing I ain't living. You're never gonna come up here and I'm a gaslight you. Never. God knows I have done some things and I'm still a work in progress. I still say with good intent, God is still working on me. And that's with the best intent ever because I'm still, look, whew. But today showed me how much work I have done. You know what I'm saying? How much I have grown. And even though I'm still hurting and even though I'm still frustrated and even though I'm still upset, I'm proud. Like, dang, God, you really real. Because it's only you. It wasn't me. It's only you. I don't take no credit. So when people ask me, like, Ty, how you be having peace in this situation and with a person that caused you pain and da 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 and blah 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 blue. Excuse me. God. Like, I'm letting y'all know what it is. And I'm not lying about it. Like, this is the only way. Like, God is the peace that surpasses all understanding. It's not me, man. I am still upset and going crazy up in here. My spirit is at rest. My spirit is at peace because I allow myself to say, okay, self, be still. And I just look up what you want me to do. And that's hard because sometimes, you know, I ain't looked up yet and he was like, get on. You know what I mean? Not to say that he won't say that, but he ain't said it yet. And I wanted him to say it so bad today, like, get him. You know, but I think that God know that might throw me too much off the deep end, so I guess somebody else got to get him. You know what I mean? And not that I want nobody to be got, because I want to see everybody win. Understanding forgiveness, right? When somebody hurts you or they say stuff to you to get under your skin, and they, you know, they trying to inflict pain, like, let it. Okay, you got that. You got that, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you don't have to do. I'm learning not to do to other people what they do to me. Again, my heart's posture. I constantly have to check my heart's posture. Where is this coming from? If you respond in this way, what does that mean? Like, you become that person. You become the very thing that you're fighting against. Don't let nobody control you. That's control. Somebody could say something and they, you know, pop, pop, pop. Let's see what it stick. I know that beast still in there. I want that thing to come out. Do you? You know what I'm saying? Like, really? You don't want to see me do good. So when I look at that, it's like I know I can't be messed up with you. I know I gotta leave you alone. Like you want me to go there with you. And I'm telling you, like, I'm not trying to do that. And you trying to do everything to bring it out of me. But guess what? I win, you lose. I forgive you. I really do. And I really, really want what's best for you. I really, really hope whatever the hole is in your heart is filled with nothing but love, joy, and peace. Because you're too old to be carrying on the way you carry on. Yeah, you've been hurt. We all have. You made mistakes. We all have. But you don't get to mistreat everybody in your life and feeling like the world owe you something, because the world doesn't owe you anything. And this is life, and this is adulting. And you go through hard times and things happen, and you got to figure it out. You got to figure out the way to grow through it. Unlike you, nothing happens to me. Everything happens for me. So I'm going to come out on top of this better than I ever have been. And just like the rest of the world, you're going to have to watch. And that's just what it is. And that, my friends, is how you get your lick back. Fall up, success, keep going, push through. Let your success, or you showing up when a person think you're not going to, be every and anything that you ever have to say. Let that be your response. Person told me what I couldn't do and what I needed to do today, forgetting what I have done. And that's cool. I ain't here to throw that up in your face. I didn't even say nothing. But what's about to happen will indeed speak louder than any word I could ever say out of my mouth. And I know it to be true, because I know how real God is. So I forgive you with a heart of love, and I still love you. And if you need me and I can help, long as it's in God's will, I'll do it, because that's my heart's posture today. Now, me, on the other hand, without God, but with God, I could do all things, even forgive you and love you in spite of. You may not be watching, but I know one day you will. That's right. So, tested and true. Do not let nobody trick you out your spot. Don't do it. Do not let your emotions cause you to do something in the now that you will regret later. Watch your mouth. because there's power in the things that we say. You may really be extremely angry with a person, almost to the line of hate. I don't use hate because hate is strong, but you almost there. You still got to be in control of what you say. And you're still responsible for the actions that you do. I say it all the time. How we do things matters. What we do matters when you trying to live right. When you outside, do whatever you want to do. You don't care, but be careful of that seed you plant. I'm just saying, because it's got a harvest. You can't put something in the soil, it's going to reap. Whether it's good or bad, it's coming back. So what we do, how we do things, how we treat people, even when we say things that we're standing on and we're stern about, it's a way to do it. It's a way to tell you, you got me messed up. It's a way to say, I'm done. Yeah, you could say, you got me fucked up. Yes, you can say those things. But why? Think about the dictionary, right? And I've been expanding my vocabulary because y'all know I'm trying to do away with the cursing, right? Especially just period, right? Just period. I'm trying not to curse like this. Something that I want to master by the end of 2024 for real. But like think about the dictionary, try to find another word. Like I really enjoy using a word in a way, and I know it's a word that don't nobody know. So they be like, what? And then it makes you feel like stupid. Because you're probably doing some stupid stuff anyway. So now I'm about to use a word in place of a curse word or in place of a vulgar word that means the same thing, but it just makes me, I'm working on that. But yeah, like you gotta like even do the right thing when a person has you to the point of pushing you over the edge. Like what we do matters, y'all. How we handle things matter, how we respond matter. Only if you're choosing this walk. You're trying to walk right, you're trying to get your life right, you following God. Like we don't cut no costs. Y'all know I'm not religious. Like, but I'm definitely a spiritual being. Like I know God is real. I know he is. You can't tell me not. I'm standing right here. I'm sitting right here talking to you. And I'm not supposed to be. God is definitely real. Feel me? So I wanted to get up here and just touch bases on that because a lot of people ask me, or when I get up here and I talk about certain things, people be like, well, how this and how that. Listen, I'm not talking about nothing I'm not doing. And I'm not telling anybody to do anything that I'm not doing. Today was a hard day. I am still mad as hell about today, but my spirit is truly at peace in a crazy, weird way, y'all. Like, it's insane. Y'all got any questions for me? Anything I want to ask? I'm an open book. Feel free. We're doing this new segment. I'm going to start doing this new segment for y'all to ask questions if you don't want it to be put in the live. You know what I'm saying? Because some people be like DMing me questions and stuff like that. So we're going to do a segment in the show. And I'm going to do this once a week. It's going to be called Ask Ty. And you can send all your questions into TalksWitTy at Outlook.com. Send all your questions in. These are anonymous questions. Of course, I'm going to know who's asking the question because I have your email. Or I'm going to know where this question came from as far as the email address. And I'll present these questions on the live and give you an answer to the question. Okay, so this is for anonymous. You can always jump in the comments. I love this platform. This show is live. It's interactive. You guys get to tell me how you feeling, what you feeling about what I'm saying. I mean, it's combo. It's me, you, and the world. You feel me? Real raw and unfiltered. So I love that. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all know that. Do us a favor, go on over to YouTube. That's the wrong one. That is 2. Go on YouTube and hit the subscribe button. We go live on YouTube every week, man. If you tuning into YouTube, I love y'all. Hey y'all, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Make sure you like, share, comment. If you're on Facebook, listen. When I go live, if you watching me on Facebook, go ahead and hit the share button. Put it on your page so all your friends can see what we got going on. Head on over to Instagram, follow us at TalksWitTy_ on the gram, and we're also on Tickety Talk. Okay, where's TikTok? That Talks with Tyler podcast. Got it? Good. So y'all know I just moved. Normally we would do a Wisdom Wednesdays. I'm taking a test tomorrow. I have a little bit going on, so I don't want to say that I'm gonna do Wisdom Wednesdays. I don't want to say that I'm not gonna do Wisdom Wednesdays. But what I will say is make sure that your post notifications are on, so when your girl goes live, it can pop up and you can know that I'm on here, and you could come on in the room and join in on this convo. Listen, tonight was really dear to my heart because it's something that I experienced, talking about being tested and true. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot. I've been through pure hell just to get a moment, and you piss me off for me to just forget everything that I've been working on for so long. People go through worse. You got to be content in every circumstance. Think about that. Even your darkest days. I'm too blessed not to be grateful. And I know you are too. All right. Until our next show, which could be tomorrow. If not tomorrow, make sure you tune in Sunday. All right. And make sure y'all check out the weekly vlogs. All right. On my YouTube channel. So head on over there, subscribe, follow me throughout the week. I just posted I did not post my moving vlog, but it should be up one day this week. Okay. How about that? So head on over there, check that out and watch it. Okay. Enjoy. Leave comments. I comment back. Okay. Until next time, it's your girl Ty. I'm out. I'll see you guys in the next episode, man. Put the post notifications on so you can know when I come in here, so I'm not sitting around waiting for 10, 20 minutes. How about that? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm so happy that you came back. Talks with Ty, the podcast out. Bye.
Human beings have one job. Self-care. Take care of yourself, so that when the people you love fall, your arms will be strong.
I can't save nobody. I put my cape down, sorry. I'm gonna need some boundaries, 'cause I'm keeping my peace. I can't save nobody. I put my cape down, sorry. I'm gonna need some boundaries.